from the Government Resource Center. And today, Ann Robinson and I will be co-presenting on the Ohio Systems of Care project, ECHO for Youth Involved with Multiple Systems, our final evaluation results from fiscal year 2025, along with the Toolkit update. So thank you. We are excited about sharing some updates with you and some new information. First, we want to acknowledge our sponsors that are phenomenal and obviously are the keystones of this project. So the Ohio Department of Medicaid, the Ohio Department of Behavioral Health, the Ohio Department of Children and Youth, and the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities. So again, evaluation results from 2025 fiscal year. So looking at a glance, there were 18 biweekly Project ECHO sessions that were held between October of 2024 and June of 2025, 17 case presentations from 12 Ohio counties, and with a total attendance of 473 participants, 229 of those being distinct participants. We saw an average of 26 participants per session, and participants came from 58 of the Ohio counties. So that was an increase of the year before when we saw 50 counties being represented. Nearly the same distribution occurred from systems of care, so of where the participants are from, so 23% behavioral care, developmental disabilities, and family and children first. Regarding case presentations, we saw an age range of 9 to 21. Gender was pretty evenly split between male and female. We saw about 42% of cases involved with Ohio RISE, which is outstanding. And then priorities for case discussions included everything from stabilizing and supporting youth and meeting family needs, behavior management, evaluation, assessment, and medication options, and then treatment that has not already been tried. 100% of the cases that were shared were from the behavioral health system. Interestingly enough, the reported benefits of SoC ECHO included, and this is on the first column presenting a case. So the specific recommendations generated, resources and links provided afterward, and the broad variety of experts available. The three boxes that we have identified at the bottom, those all are increased from the previous year. So 100% of case presenters surveyed reported that the team found it beneficial to presenting their case. The second column shows the top reason for attendance. So gaining new knowledge and applying to work, gaining new perspective on approaching issues encountered in their own cases, and then the opportunity to learn from the SoC ECHO community. 100% of survey respondents reported having used the recommendations provided, which is outstanding as well. And finally, the positive impacts of participation in SoC ECHO, identifying new areas for assessment or exploration, improving confidence in supporting youth in practice, and then identifying youth assets, skills, and strength that can be used to promote resilience. So in here we had an 88% survey respondent rate that the recommendations were effective in assisting their case. Annual survey results. We did see an increase in our annual survey response rate. The previous year it was 18.5%. And this year we saw 23.1%. So again, a shameless plug to complete those surveys when asked and when prompted. Most respondents were affiliated with the behavioral health systems, followed by developmental disabilities, and then family and children first. Most respondents felt comfortable asking questions during this session, and participating in the SoC ECHO session helped them to plan or make changes to their organization in at least one domain. That too, that 88% was an increase from that 88.9%. It's almost 89%. So that was an increase from 84% the previous year. So hopefully we're seeing a increase in comfort level as well. Regarding case presenters, we had 90% indicate that they or their team used any of the recommendations provided, again, aligning with what I previously presented. And then were the recommendations effective in assisting with your case? And over 50% said extremely effective and or very effective. So this too was an increase in the previous year. Okay, Anne, did you want to take over?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Ann Robinson, another Government Resource Center employee. We're here at Ohio State, and so we help with administration and evaluation. Just piggybacking on what Megan said about the survey, we would just want to share that we are so thankful for everyone who completes a survey. It really helps us decide where the project should be going, if there are improvements needed, what's helpful. We want to make sure in this all teach, all learn environment that the project is providing a structure and environment and learning opportunities that are valuable to folks. This is our 5th year surveying participants and case presenters, and it's very encouraging to see that people in the learning community consistently report the experience as being helpful to their work and that they enjoy the opportunity to network with others across Ohio. SoC Echo participants attended less sessions in 2025 per person, but they came from more counties across Ohio. So we are trying to reach people across the state, and this is positive. 96% of survey respondents who reported they visited the SoC Echo online toolkit found items that were helpful to their work or practice. 68% of respondents reported that they didn't know how to find the toolkit. So we see that there is some room for improvement in reaching people with more information about that, which is what we're trying to do today. And we will continue to promote where to access the online toolkit and SoC Echo sessions and through social media boosts. So as Sandy said, we love it when people are interested in following and learning more about the project posts. Next slide, please. An average of 26 session participants attended each session in SFY 2025, which was a decrease from 30 average session participants in the previous year. So as a takeaway, we think the project will continue outreach to new networks of providers who could benefit from SoC Echo participation. And we would encourage all of you to share the project with people in your organization or your community that you think might benefit from these discussions or might have something to add that would really be a great addition to the discussions, particularly those who are just starting out and may benefit from an open space to learn and ask questions. Our post-survey session survey results showed that didactics, case presentations, and discussions, recommendations from the learning community were valuable, and there's application of knowledge gained to clinical practice. So again, more positive results. I will move on to the toolkit now. Each year, we do this presentation to let folks know what's going on with this online resource. It's free. We post things that are primarily no-cost resources. So we want to make sure that everyone has access to that and may take something from the sessions that they could find there. First, I'll share a little background about the toolkit and goals. It was launched in 2022 as a free online resource that is built from key themes and relevant resources from Echo case recommendations. The goals are to help the SoC Echo learning community and to connect the dots on themes that are in about the management of complex cases that arise from these biweekly case discussions. And also to share resources from the sessions for those who are unable to attend, knowing that folks have busy schedules. GRC conducts this thematic analysis of previous year case recommendations each spring and adds new items to the toolkit. So the toolkit at this point is going to this year include items from analysis of 114 case recommendation forms. So a lot of knowledge being shared there. Next slide, please. For this year's update, GRC completed our thematic analysis of case recommendations that were from January 2025 through December of 2025, and we completed that in this past April. 7 new recommendation themes and over 40 new resources will be added across the 7 topic areas for this annual update, and our communication staff are currently working to make these updates to the toolkit, so you should see them posted soon. We also review toolkit methodology to ensure that emerging themes are captured and inclusion criteria is appropriate so that we're providing good representation of the knowledge shared in sessions. Next slide, please. Our target audience for the toolkit is anyone who works with or provides services to youth with complex needs and family or caregivers of those youth. The recommendations included in the toolkit are items submitted by the SoC Echo learning community that are not specific to one youth or family in order to make sure that we are addressing common issues or needs, and we do not provide any specific medical recommendations in those. There are also many resources provided in the toolkit, primarily links to publicly available online resources and trainings, as I mentioned, and book recommendations have links so that you know where to access those. Next slide. Here's some information about the location and structure of the SoC Echo online toolkit. And I can share some links in the chat. You will also see a QR code on the screen that could be used to access the toolkit. GRC houses the toolkit on our website. And all of the items, if you scroll to the bottom of the page, are where our topic areas are. So everything is arranged by evaluation and assessment, therapy or intervention, education resources, youth support, family or caregiver support, team support and resources, and cultural resources. Our 2025 annual evaluation results show that evaluation and assessment and education resources pages were the top 3 most viewed pages. And again, this year, almost 100% of survey respondents who visited the toolkit reported that they found items that were helpful to their work or practice. And we had 538 people visit the site in 2025. Next slide, please. So we've